Hello and welcome to the show. Now, a little while ago, we drove the modern Trans Am car that there is on Forza Motorsport, the Dodge Challenger. However, there is actually quite a good selection of older Trans Am cars. These from the late 80s, early 90s, things like this Oldsmobile, for example. And it's a fascinating, I say classic race car, maybe not quite classic, older race cars. They are... yeah, really quite something. Putting out, well over 600 horsepower, getting on for 700 horsepower for the Mustang. They've got a lot of power, not a huge amount of aerodynamics, no huge downforce, no crazy wings or anything like that. And, well, I mean, relatively old race tyres. So what happens when we go racing with a field of them? So, here we are, on to our first race with these classic Trans Am cars. We did qualify, we're doing our own little rolling start thing here. The two Oldsmobiles are on the front row of Ninetails and Lee, and then it's Brazen and you and me and Longbow are here with the Mustangs. I very much let the car down in qualifying. I did not get a good lap together. The Mustangs are very fast. They're very good in a straight line. They're the fastest thing here in a straight line, but they are quite difficult in the corner. They're very understeery compared to some of the other cars. So it should be an interesting race. We've got Gliska with the Merca. It's quite slow. Gliska and Shadow with the Mercas behind us. They're quite slow down the straights, but they're better handling than the Mustangs. Here we go for the rolling start. We are off and underway, and Brazen did not get a good start with the Nissan here. That is going to be a little bit mugged down towards turn one, although it's still on the inside for this first corner. Ewan with a great start is alongside, I think it's Ninetails, his Oldsmobile there. Oh, we light up the rear tyres. I was hoping for a little bit more tyre temperature after a rolling start. Didn't quite go for us, but that's fine. You can kind of warm the tyres a little bit. I mean, it does actually help. These cars are absolute brutes. The Mustang has the most power of any of the vehicles here. It's about 100 horsepower more, but it is heavier, a couple hundred pounds heavier. Oh, there was a gap to the inside. A Longbow tried to do it, but couldn't quite. I'm leaving it in third, so I don't spin the wheels up as much there. It's a slightly lazy way of doing it. Liam enjoying the lead. Ewan looks to move to second up ahead and does get the move done on Ninetails as we head to the corkscrew for the first time. Everybody taking a little bit easy on this first lap. The Oldsmobile's got a little bit wide down there for Ninetails. That is unfortunate for them. We are going to try and sneak to the inside. I don't have the grip to do that though. It's just not quite going to work. Bide your time, be patient. This is a car that's very easy to overdrive, and I mean ridiculously easy to overdrive. Oh, Chris gives us, we were being patient. I think Chris may have missed the brakes a little bit into the final corner. That's unfortunate for us. Thankfully we didn't get spun or anything. Yeah, we were just kind of playing it a little bit carefully so I didn't run into the back of anybody ahead. And there you go. Brazen is taking a slightly different line through turn one. Don't spin up the rear tyres if you can help it. That's that. I mean, it really is the aim of the game here, is just don't slide the car. If you can get the vehicle under control, that would be ideal, essentially. Stevie has got past. I think Stevie's in a Merca back there as well. Ewan is holding on to that second place for... I say for now, Brazen is there. We've just slipped back a bit. Stevie is kicking up some dust there. I think I'm slightly underdriving the car. My big concern is just losing a heap of time doing something stupid. So I think we are a little bit underdriving at the moment. Hopefully, I can rectify that with a little bit of bravery, but not so much that I end up spinning. It's such a fine line with this car. I mean, when it does step out of line, it is one of... these are fantastically mad race cars. They aren't the most ridiculous vehicle, all things considered. Brazen's gone for a pass on Ewan and looks like has got that second place. I get too eager on the throttle out of the final corner, light up the rear, and lose a bunch of time. So, you know, it happens quite a lot with these. Can we get involved in this fight? I mean, that's the goal, really. And I got to try and stop spinning the rear... I can stop spinning the rear wheels up through these corners. That would be ideal. And that last lap... So that was the last lap time, about the time I did in qualifying. And I know there's considerably more speed in the car. 25s should be easily possible with this Mustang if I can get it all together. This is one of those vehicles. Normally, I'm pretty good in terms of like a racing situation. This Mustang is one of these cars that I just want to drive on my own, because in a racing situation I just overdrive it, and my brain struggles to adjust correctly to what I need to do with this car to make it go fast. It drives it wrong in racing scenarios, and I'm trying to, I can't explain it better than that, except for I am pushing it probably a bit too hard in places where I shouldn't when I'm racing against other cars. I mean, we are almost in the pack here for second. Liam has just got that gap. It's not a huge lead here, but it's enough that it's enough that not under immediate threat, and that is more like it. 25.8 for the Mustang. Under brakes into turn 1. Longbow is looking for a way past Brazen, and Ewan's got brave. There was a gap that appeared there, and Ewan tried to make a sneaky pass for third, and it has not quite worked. We are all going to start stacking up, and if we aren't careful, Gliska will catch up if we fight too hard over this. Say it's second place. It kind of is second place. Brazen's made a little gap now, a little breakaway here. We have got a great run to the outside of a Ewan, but we're not going to pass, I don't think, down here. We all slide on the exit. We've crossed over Ewan. Side by side up here is risky. Oh, still can't do it. If we fight too much like this, we're going to let Ninetales and Longbow get away. You know what? I'm not going to go for a pass into the corkscrew. I think Ewan has missed the brakes big time. Ewan has got through the traffic and had a big accident. Yeah, Ewan just asked too much of it there. Did a good job. So I've done this before in racing. It does happen. When you get the brakes really wrong, sometimes you end up actually trying to speed up. So you go between, like that sort of corner. It's safe. I say it's safer. You're going to have Ewan's going off there, whatever happens, right? So sometimes you try to aim the car so you don't take out the cars ahead of you that you are heading towards when you're going off. So that's what Ewan ended up doing. It's unfortunate for Ewan, who was running really well in this race. But missed brakes at the corkscrew will absolutely do that one. Longbow's wide at turn 1. It's very easy to do in the Mustang. We are closing in on the battle for third. The olds just got caught on Longbow's car there. Can we... Oh, I did not realise how long this car was. I slightly misjudged that one. But there we go. Longbow's struggling a little bit with that. I think Longbow's just fallen out of the rhythm. Is what I was saying at the start. This car, when you're in the groove, it's fantastic. The second you're out of the groove, you just lose a whole heap of time. I'm currently in it. And whether that's going to last or not, I have no idea at all. Longbow is really going for it here on the Oldsmobile, and I've had to have a big lift, and an even bigger lift there. Thought we could get alongside. We had such a great run on the exit there, but I just couldn't quite get across in time. Again, I didn't think I was making car, maybe a little bit of desync, or just not realising how long the snout of this car is. I had to just get out of the throttle, otherwise we were going to turn Longbow around. Longbow did a very good job, actually, of saving that car. That was all manners of crossed up. Brazen kicking up some sand. Brazen has actually been going very quickly with that Nissan. It is caught up to the leader in all of our fighting. Oh, and I've got myself crossed up on the curb. Just sat up over that one horribly. Gliska got a bit wide as well. All our fighting, Gliska running in clean air, has caught. Yeah, we have had a bad couple... Well, not a bad couple of laps. We've just been fighting with cars ahead. These are difficult to drive vehicles. They... I say are cumbersome. I mean, we saw Ninetales and Longbow got a little bit connected at the start of last lap. We got connected. Longbow's had some adventures on lap 6. Lap 7, let's see how it goes. We're a little bit more spread out than we were before. And Longbow's found a rhythm again. We are not too bad through that first section. The Merca has caught, but will struggle to match us down these straights. I think in clean air we should be a little bit faster than that. If I get it right, of course. I don't think third was the way to go out of there. Third is the way I like to get out of this corner. I think it's just, you can just get it to full throttle. Ninetales playing it very risky on the sand up there. We will slow it down for the corkscrew. I mean, as soon as Ninetales starts defending from Longbow, that's really going to slow them both down. And that should bring me into the fight. Whether it brings Gliska in, it depends on how hard they fight. In Gliska's car, you've got to watch out. The Merca's very good under brakes in comparison to the Mustang. That is something that, yeah, we fear, that being able to do sneaky passes on us, essentially. We're very much quicker than it down the straight, but, yeah. We're out of the final corner anyway. Less wheel spin this time around as we head across the start-finish line. 2 laps remaining here at Laguna. There is, I mean, there's some dicey, not manoeuvring, cars moving around under braking from both the vehicles ahead, actually. We will try and feed in the power. Now the tyres are kind of up to temperature, up to pressure, a lot easier to manage. This vehicle, it still wants to snap sideways. And I'm liking third gear through a lot of this. Oh, we're all taking slightly different sketchy lines through that section. Curbs, grass, curbs, sand, all very sideways. American machine here as we head up the hill. I've not had a great mid part of this lap. Now just coast it a little bit through here. Don't get the car on the curb. It gets a little unhappy on that curb if you aren't too careful. Longbow's going to have a look at the inside of the corkscrew. Difficult to pass when the Olds turns better. So the front end of the Oldsmobile is better than the Mustang. I think the Mustang we know is much faster in a straight line. The Olds does have a little bit more oversteer going on if you aren't careful with it. Liam is still leading the way with that Oldsmobile. I mean, lap times are pretty close between me and Liam. The gap's not... Considering we've had some scruffy laps, Liam's still only 6 seconds away. We are neat out of that final corner. We've got one more lap to go. Gliska's still there. Gliska's still just watching this, ready to pick up the pieces if it goes wrong, like it almost did. The pair of them make contact. Longbow and Ninetails playing that one super dangerously through the start-finish line. We tried to sneak up the inside as Longbow ran wide. Couldn't make it work down there. We have got a lap to go to find a way past if we're going to try and get a podium. Where on earth is the pass going to come? If there is going to be a pass. Me and Longbow trying to combat the understeer of the Mustang. The problem is, if we fight Longbow for too long, Ninetails may get away. If I've somehow got that stopped, I'm amazed. I thought I was in trouble there, but we are slow up the hill through all of this. We're slow up the hill. I'm on the wrong line up the hill. I mean, as is Longbow. Oh, there's... I'm trying to duck underneath Longbow. Ninetails had the biggest get-out-of-jail-free card here. I'm on a terrible line at the corkscrew. Gliska, unfortunately, well, Gliska's very fast through there. He's going to have nowhere to go to deal with that because I was on such a tight line. I just had to be slow through that corner. We have got 2 more corners to go. Longbow's a little bit, again, it's that Longbow's out of the rhythm at the moment, I think. With the final turn, I've actually got to be a bit careful of the Merca. It may well dive. I can see the arrow going on. It won't matter even if it did, though, because we'd always outrun it to the line. We'll light up the tyres. Ninetails holds on for the podium in the Oldsmobile. I think me or Longbow could have found a way past Ninetails, but me and Longbow got too busy fighting each other. Oh, bloody hell. Brazen. We get fastest lap. It's very close. You know, we were a few tenths away, and we never really got a quick lap after. After we did that 25.8, we were just stuck in battles the whole time. Ewan slipped to 8th, but not a bad finish, all things considered. Yeah, the Oldsmobile and Liam would take victory. Brazen's Nissan would be 2nd ahead of Ninetails' Oldsmobile. The Mustangs were very quick. We just fought each other into oblivion, pretty much. Oh, God. Good race. They are incredibly tough cars to drive. So, after an exciting first race, a challenging first race, that is for sure, we have come to an equally challenging second race. We're at Mid-Ohio. This is a place that these cars actually raced around. Now, we are using the, I say, slightly different start way in real life when they run around here. You kind of start down the back straight when you do a rolling start, so we're going to try and do that. We're trying to get some heat into the tyres because we haven't even got a full lap to try and warm them up. So we're trying to get some, but they're going to be quite cold as we go to the start here. And this is a fiddly track. This is a track that's going to be difficult to overtake on in cars that are very difficult to drive. I don't think the Mustang is going to be as good here. I think the Mustang is going to be... Mustang is a more power car, more straight-line speed car, and this track is a very twisty circuit. I think this is... here is the start line. Oh, we were a little bit too slow on that one. The shadow's not been away great here. It is going to have to be a careful into this next corner. Oh, we do it, so we do a reverse grid from the finishing order of the first race. Danger Man on pole. Oh, Stevie has got in trouble. Stevie has ended up off. Brazen has done well to sneak past. The Merca's probably quite quick around here. We know they're quite good under brakes. Better than we are. Oh, we've just got a lot of understeer. I mean, the Mustangs are just going to be annoying to try and overtake, basically. They're going to be slow through the corners, and then the second we get on a straight, oh, Speed Beast got a big kick of oversteer, and Longbow had absolutely nowhere to go in that one. Oh, Longbow struggling with understeer through here. We are stuck fighting a green Mustang again, and Gliska's going to fire the Big Bertha looking. This is a very cool paint, actually, on that Merca. Shame we don't have the actual car. I'd love to have that car in Forza. Oh, we've got a twitch. We've got a very big twitch going through there. Now, what can I do? See, I'm not going to really be able to fight through turn 1, but I'm almost not that fussed if Gliska does get past, because Gliska will defend into the next corner. But we've got so much speed. We're coming up to the section of track where where my car is strong. Is that going to be a Liam having a look to the inside? It is. Liam will look there. I'm hoping. I don't know how the Oldsmobile compares to us in terms of straight line speed. No, it doesn't. It doesn't, and we're off. Go on, Mustang. Run away. Absolutely flies down the straight. We have got to get it stopped, though, for the end of the straight part. That is where it gets a little bit more tricky through all of this. But we have got it stopped. Danger Man continues to lead the way with the Oldsmobile, being chased by Ewan and Blakey and Brazen, and I don't know who else is in what up ahead. I think that was the order for now, but I've got to go away from commentator mind and go to frantically hold on to a Mustang through here and annoy Gliska. Whoa! Caught it! Yeah, it's a very big handful through all that. Oh, Gliska's had a little bit of an adventure. That's maybe not a massive surprise. Oh, through that section. Ninetails is now the car behind us. I've got to try and straighten this up for the... I mean, you've just got to focus. I can't carry the mid-corner speed. I've just got to focus on getting good exits, really, with this car. Oh, sorry, Speed Beast up ahead with the... Nissan. Jeez, come on, Mustang. Don't slide about too much. Longbow is going for a pass on Speed Beast. The inside into the hairpin. One of the Nissans is off. That's Blakey having a bit of an adventure. That's unfortunate. Didn't really see what happened if they did it on their own or whether there was some assist involved through there. Speed Beast has lost a place to one Mustang. Can we get a second Mustang past by the end of the straight? But we've got a huge amount of straight line speed, but I don't know if I've got the grip to pull this off. We are on the inside through here. The thing I've got to be careful of is if I can't do this, Ninetails may well have a look for a way past. Oh, we've squeezed the car past through all of that. We'll put it back down to second. I have been using third quite a lot with it. It's got 740 odd horsepower here, so it's got so much power and torque. You can kind of get away with third a little bit, and it means I don't have to be as gentle on the throttle. However, that has really helped. Managing to clear Speed Beast there has been very, very useful, and I have thrown it all immediately away. This is what I was talking about in the previous race. If you just overdrive the car even a tiny bit, it does that to you. Oh, for God's sake. Speed Beast is sliding the Nissan around, and we can use our straight line speed here to go flying past. Well, car to the inside at turn 1. And then we will hopefully just outrun down the next straight. So Danger Man is battling with Ewan, and they're backing each other up, and they're being caught by Brazen. Longbow is there catching as well. I mean, we were there. It was that's such a silly error. So I was so happy with how we had got up through the field there, and that was so foolish. Now we're going to have to... I mean, we've got clear track for a bit until Liam sort of comes and joins us, basically. We will slow down here. I mean, the leaders are starting to really say slower. Ewan has got clear of Danger Man now. So, yeah, Ewan and Brazen have got clear of Danger Man. They have been sort of pulled back a little bit. I mean, Ewan's driving the Mustang. I would expect the Nissan to perhaps be a smidge better around this circuit. Although if you can get it right with the Mustang, I don't think it's too bad. I just don't think I've driven it amazingly well. But yeah, little mistakes have proved costly. See, if I'd done that corner a lap ago, we'd almost been in the battle for the podium spots again. Can we catch Ninetales, though? We've had a good lap. I think it might be possible. We're only at sort of half distance in this race. We are in an Oldsmobile sandwich at the moment. Don't know where the braking point is for turn 1, but let's just be a little bit careful through there. Is that Danger Man coming under threat from a Mustang? I think it is. Okay, let's see. Can we get Ninetales by the end? I think the Oldsmobile is probably the second fastest car down a straight. Ninetales is struggling to get stopped up here. See, I feel like I'm probably being a bit caught. Well, actually, I don't know if Ninetales is. I think that might just be the line Ninetales is going for. A completely different line to the one I'm taking. I should probably take that one, to be fair. Go for that late apex and focus on getting the speed down the straight, because that is, at the end of the day, where my car is strong. Oh, and Longbow's missed the braking point at the end of the straight. I'm not the only one having an adventure with a Mustang. Oh no, not this train again. Ninetales, Longbow and me, for God's sake. Although it looks like we're going to have Danger Man leading it in a minute. We are all over the back of Longbow's car, and I don't want Liam to catch. don't want Liam to be involved in this fight. It was fine when I was just chasing down Ninetales on my own, but now it's about to get really busy. Oh, mind the grass. Ewan is holding on to the lead under immense pressure from the Nissan. Of course, the great thing with the Mustang is if you can hold on through the corners, if you don't make any mistakes through the corners, you can just piss off down the straights and get yourself a breather for a few corners, for half a lap almost. Because, yeah, the other cars are not going to pass you at the end of the straight, although President has now found a way past. So you may well repass down the long straight. Right, let's just settle down a little bit. Let's not get caught up in thinking about passing. Just let's focus on getting braking points right. Let's focus on getting the lap right. Yeah, Ninetales does like the wide line. It's absolutely not a bad way to go, and it's looking for an exit on Danger Man there. Me and Longbow both sliding the cars out of that corner. We both keep it quite nicely. Don't really lose time doing that slide. Danger Man is going to hold on. Ninetales looking and looking and looking, and Longbow with a huge amount of speed, but nowhere to go. Ninetales dives, gets it stopped, will not quite hold on to that one. The Oldsmobile's made contact. We are looking for a way into this fight. Longbow's going to sneak a pass. There might be a gap here. It's a very opportunistic manoeuvre from me in the Mustang through here on Ninetales. That's very sneaky. There was a littlest of gaps. We've kind of got to do it though. Third gear's fine. Let's go. Don't want... Okay, Ninetales got a little gap back too. Don't want Liam involved in this fight. In fact, the less cars involved in this fight, the better for me. The better the chance I have on getting a podium in all of this. Danger Man is trying to defend from the Mustang. We struggle to get the Mustangs to turn in, so Danger Man's going to hold on to that for now. We've got a great drive out of that final corner. Danger Man on the grass. I mean, don't tell me we're going to do exactly what we did in the first race, and me and Longbow are going to fight each other too much and let an Oldsmobile keep a podium. Although Danger Man's in trouble here. Danger Man's in a lot of trouble here. We are going to follow Longbow down here. Longbow's going to want to move across, but can't do it. Danger Man is still fighting this one, but it's going to be in vain, I think, because as soon as the Fords have got their power down, here we go. We're off. We are off and underway down this section. Longbow's going to have to defend a little bit. We are going to just take a normal line here. I don't want Danger Man to fire it back up the inside, so we've got to be a little bit careful of that. I'm hoping we're far enough away. I've actually got some pace in this car at the moment. I found the groove that I wanted with this, but now we've got to try and find a way past a car that we can't just breeze past in a straight line. And this part of Mid-Ohio, I think I'm a little bit quicker at the moment. This part is very difficult to overtake on. I think third gear is really helping me through that section. Danger Man a little bit wide back there. Not doing anything brave down here, because that's what got me in trouble at the start of the race. That corner's kind of bitten me a little bit, and now I'm just being overly cautious. Danger Man is there having a look. Second gear kind of works out of this. Actually, I don't even know if second gear is really needed there, because I'm just short shifting to third immediately, just to settle the car. Right, it's the final lap of the race now. Can we find a way past Longbow for a podium? That is the real question here. The Oldsmobiles have just fallen back a little bit. I mean, they're fighting one another as well. there. Brazen has got the Nissan into the lead of this one. Did that proximity arrow lead to a car going off? I can't look back because cars are very difficult to drive. No, it didn't. They're all having their own fun battle. I'm not close enough at the end of the straight to do anything. It would be a massive dive if I tried it. Longbow doesn't feel the need to go defensive. Probably a safe bet. We're both a little wide of the apex there. Can I just send it somewhere? No, Longbow parks it on the inside. I should have gone around the outside there because Longbow was a little bit slow through that section. A little bit slower than I was expecting, and I maybe could have got that around the outside. And we get a bit of a slide through there. I'm not going to go on the brakes through that part. It's a little sort of a lift. Can we get on the power over the crest? We can, but Longbow actually gets on the power better, and I think we are going to be a little bit too far back. Unless Longbow makes a mistake through these next couple of corners, which is possible. These are fiddly corners. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I'm going to leave it in third and see. There, we cannot get it turned in. No, I should have put it out in second, perhaps, for a little bit of that. Can't do it. Amazing race. Great fun. Good work from everyone there. Holy crap. That was a seriously good battle. I'm going to guess Longbow may have set that 26-0 on the final lap. We were flying at the end there. Brazen was very quick at the front. Brazen did well to get at the front. We were up there. Liam was far. There was always be scared of Liam, I think, is just a good thing when it comes to the races. The Mercers struggled a little bit more around that. I was surprised, actually. I was expecting them to be a bit faster at that circuit. Yeah, bloody hell. What a race. Those are some seriously tough cars to drive. Slightly gutted I couldn't get it on the podium, but it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun indeed. So, there we have it. A couple of actually very, very good fun races with these vehicles, I have to say. They are definitely difficult to drive. To be fair though, the modern Trans Am car was also very difficult to drive. These things, yeah, are not easy. They require a lot of concentration, and as I was saying while driving them, when you fell out of the rhythm, it was very easy to lose a lot of time for a good half a lap while you tried to almost reset your brain to get it going again. They're good fun. They are a very interesting challenge to go racing with, that is for sure. And I have to say, while they are tough to drive, I did expect them to be, I say worse? I did expect them to be more ridiculous in some ways. We actually got some very, very good racing out of them. Of the vehicles that we had to choose from here, the Mustang is really the fastest. It was by far the fastest down the straights, and while in the corners it was a bit understeery, it was a bit cumbersome in comparison to some of the others, its sheer straight line speed would just too much. It's just too much to deal with. And in a racing situation, that straight line speed, you can run away down a straight and then slow everyone else up through the corners and then run away down a straight again. So, yeah. These were all the cars were driven completely stock. So if we were to do anything more with these, the Mustang would need a little bit of a tweak, a little bit of a balance, because it is just a bit too fast. It has more power, and the weight is just not enough to counteract that. But yeah, this was actually really quite good fun. It was fun having a go with a category of vehicle that certainly in England and in Europe you don't really hear or see much about. I'd say barely knew much about these vehicles even existing. So yeah, it's very, very cool, very good fun, and certainly a right challenge to go racing with. That though is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.